I just want to speak on the 5D shift that's taking place and how it relates to a paradox. If you don't know what a paradox is, it's basically something that contradicts itself. For example, something can look the exact same that it always did, but still be different somehow. And I'm gonna go further in depth on that example. Last year I went to a park that I used to go to. I used to frequent this park a lot growing up, and I returned back to it just to recapture some nostalgic feelings and memories and all that. And I just noticed how everything felt so different. I was expecting the nostalgia to hit. I was just expecting everything to be the same when I went there, but it just felt blank. It felt empty. It felt vacant. And that's not even just the case with the park. It's just how most things are nowadays in general. But that's just what I noticed. And this is what you might know. This is something you might notice if you ever do something like this. If you ever return to a certain place that you used to frequent growing up, you'll just notice this type of stuff, how it just feels different. You can be in the exact same place that you used to be, and it doesn't even feel like it. It feels just completely different. And that's just showing you the 5D shift in plain sight. Just the paradox of everything. This is even with music, for me, with movies. Like, I can listen to music that I used to listen to back then. I'll go into it trying to recapture that same nostalgic feeling that I had back then when I used to listen to this certain music, this certain nostalgic music. But when I listen to it now, yeah, it might still give me those hints of nostalgic feelings, but it won't be the same as it used to be. Like, it won't affect me the same way as it used to back then. Even with movies, like, I'll watch a certain movie from my childhood and then it just won't hit the same. It'll just feel different. Not only is it like a not only is it like a paradox with this 5D shift taking place, but it's also like a Mandela effect that's taking place too. Because you can listen to or watch certain stuff that you used to back then, and you might notice like certain differences about it that you never picked up on before. Like, you might have grown up watching a certain movie as a kid, and then you watch it now and you're noticing stuff that you never seen in the movie before. It's like they added certain things or added certain. It's just crazy. But that's what this 5D shift basically is. It's like a paradox. And the Mandela effect is taking place. And a way to counter this, like a way for you to counter this, is to not go into things expecting it to be the exact same, like a replica. You just have to find an understanding with this stuff and know that nothing will ever be a replica of how it used to be. So don't go into certain things with it, these expectations, like you want it to hit the exact same way, you want it to feel the exact same way, because it's never going to. You got to go into everything nowadays on like a clean slate with a different set of lens, because this is new energy. It's a new timeline. It's a new era. And nothing's ever going to be the exact same as it was before. So don't go into things expecting it. I'm not even saying you got to fully give up on nostalgic things or your inner child. I'm not saying just give up on it. You can still recapture that, but all I'm saying is don't try to make it a replica of how it used to be. Just know that just know that it's going to be different. It's never going to be the exact same with this stuff because you're in a different era, you're in a different timeline. You'll even notice with certain people, like you can go around people that you probably grew up around. It just seems like they're a different person. Like this shift is real. It'll be the same exact people that you grew up around. Go around them now, and it's like you don't even recognize them. Like certain things are just unrecognizable nowadays, and it's never going to be the same way it used to be. You got to understand that and accept it, because it can kind of leave you in disappointment, because you'll be expecting things to be the exact same way or hit the exact same, and you'll get disappointed. Like, damn, this person ain't even the same. This don't hit the same. Don't get discouraged about it. Just know that it's a shift. It's just different. Even though it can kind of be disappointing if certain things just turn for the worse, but I'm just saying, if you don't accept it for what it is, it's just going to continue to let you down. But yeah, it's just that 5D shift. This is why you hear me and a lot of other people as well say that everything changed since 2020. That's no coincidence, because that was the age of Aquarius. That was us entering the age of Aquarius in 2020. From the age of Pisces to the age of Aquarius. A lot of people say that the world changed since 2020. It's no coincidence. That was the shift. Just expect a lot of things to be unrecognizable. Expect a lot of things to not hit the same. Even something as simple as stepping outside don't hit the same. It's not going to feel the same. Just don't go into these things with these expectations. Just know that everything's different. And it's never going to be the exact same. Some people ain't aware of this stuff, but some of us are. We can notice that it's just different. We know that something took place. We know that it's just a shift. We can feel it in the energy. Even you yourself, you notice just how you're different now from how you used to be. So don't go into things expecting it to impact you the same way or feel the same, because even you yourself have shifted and changed. So things are going to be different. It's not going to hit like the old version of yourself. Like things ain't going to impact you the same way as it did with the old version of you. You're a whole different version. Everything is a different version of itself. You just got to understand that and just adapt. And just try to recapture a new feeling with this stuff, with this newer version of yourself. Just try to notice different things that you didn't notice before back then with certain things, because everything is just different. Like I said, it's like a Mandela effect taking place. So you might notice different things, stuff that you never did before.